Andre.
Ryan, wow, it's been a long time, my friend. Long time.
Has it?
We probably did a Friday show, but it feels like it's been a long time. We had a holiday weekend.
Yeah, those always do throw off the internal clock. How was yours?
Great, very chill, homey, and good time. Can't complain. Yourself?
Did you? Oh, it was great. Henry and I were debating this on Broncos. How do you feel
Mm.
about just are fireworks necessary to a good 4th of July?
Yeah, I kind of feel like they are, but I think that speaks a lot to the holiday. That it's kind of a fugazi, it's very
Oh,
reliant
dude, this is the worst take.
on a light show that I'm not even partaking in. It's very reliant on others. The city of Lakewood, where I live, canceled their light show yesterday, so
Yep.
that threw I couldn't agree more. That was a great thing.
So you're actually agreeing with me. You just you're not appreciating the holiday for what it is.
Nope, nope, I'm not. I'm
Okay,
really
first
not.
of all, holiday with basically the best chance of good weather.
Yeah. Yep. It's
So
true.
that's why it's pretty much number one in my books because
Wow.
my fun is all just relying on the weather.
Mm, I could see that. You're probably having a few, and I mean, look,
It's just
far
about
be it,
drinking outside.
drinking
That's
outside is phenomenal. Yeah,
it's the best.
yeah, it's kind of true. And I mean, hey, it took me a while to appreciate the Fourth of July as a foreigner, and now I just know to enjoy a glizzy and a light show and not to overthink it. So it might not be my favorite, but I certainly can get with the program and enjoy it.
I mean, I drank on a boat yesterday,
Wow.
drank
Wow.
on grass, on a deck,
Great.
out of my shoe,
Mm,
out of the family cup.
that's
Um,
amazing.
and each one was just beautiful in its own right. Oh,
Well,
I drank
see,
through my shirt.
oh, that's incredible. Wow.
Yeah. This is all documented on twitter.com.
It sounds like you have a very specific lay of the land and what activities you do, and what you like to do is drink in different spots and out of different things. And that sounds
Yes.
like a lovely July 4th tradition you
It
have.
really is. If only I had a flabango, it would have been a perfect day.
Oh, where did the flamingo go? You left that at Folsom?
I don't know, man. The flabango, it's hard to keep track of those things.
It's with baby Ralphie just waiting for the football season to kick off?
Potentially. The thing about a flabango is anytime you use it, you get blacked out.
Ugh.
So then it's hard to keep track of it after that.
That'll get you. That'll get you. That's much like the immediate hour following a tailgate show during the fall.
Oh,
We don't know what the hell happened, and somehow our colleagues have learned this, and I get
abuse it.
inundated with requests in that first hour after a tailgate. I think I interviewed Megan Angley. In that dude, God knows what people will ask of me in that time. So yeah, be
It's
be careful.
just what an abuse by them.
Truly, it's shame on me being on record being that sloshed every Sunday morning. Ryan, speaking of on record, have you gone on record with your thoughts on the Pac-12 dismantling?
Oh no,
Oh
here.
man.
Okay, I kind of did. Henry and I talked about it a little bit at the end of Broncos, and
Uh-huh.
asked him one word for conference realignment. He said fun, and I said dumb. Um,
Yeah.
but here's my overarching take on the Buffs and what conference they play in. Don't care. Don't care. As long as the games are played at Folsom Field, I'll be happy.
I I think the Big Eight is very much
It's
ready to be realigned, baby. Seems like the stars are right. Sadly, Nebraska is still in the Big Ten, and since that's now officially big boy football, I fear they will not leave. But
Yeah, I'm wondering if the Buffs are just trying to stepping stone their way into the Big Ten. Because what's going to happen here is this Big 12 is
they
going to
align.
last for like 5 to 10 years,
Uh-huh.
and then the good teams that the Big Ten and SEC wants will get poached out of it, and everyone else will just dissolve. Um, And so that like the Buffs weren't able to make it into this round, which like it's USC and UCLA. Like I wouldn't have expected us to be a higher priority than them, but they're basically just buying time here. That Big 12 will be the best basketball conference in the country if that happens. Um, so that'll be good if the Buffs can invest a little bit in basketball and prove their worth in that way, and then just get back to like respectability in football. Then I think that's their path. But they're basically just like trying to buy time above water. They're just treading.
Mm, I like that. We big college hoops fans on this show, so that would be phenomenal. And frankly, respectability in football is all we've ever asked for.
Bro,
So, like,
legitimately, I just don't want to be embarrassed.
yeah, I call the conference whatever you want to call it. Take monopoly money from TV rights deals. We couldn't care less. If it's respectability on the football field, sign me up. So, wow,
Yeah.
great. It was
Yeah.
great, Ryan. Love
Thank
that
you.
I
Thank
asked.
you. Okay, so I have a problem, Dre.
Yeesh.
It has been over a week since the Avs won the Stanley Cup,
Yes, yes.
and I still have Avs fever. Like they're not even doing anything.
Oh, I know. Have you
Um,
won a bet since that the clock
well,
went to zero?
we obviously both lost our ass on the UFC this weekend.
God, that
Um, I
sucked.
did win an eye test boys on that earlier in the night.
How
Um,
bad was the Sean O'Malley eye poke? I was
dumb
doing
it.
family stuff, and the wifey doesn't like when the kiddos watching UFC with me. So it's
Yeah,
a delicate balance. So
yeah.
you say legit?
I I know it was garbage.
Oh, good, good.
I won Pereira, Alex Pereira. I got him. Um, that's the only win I've had since the Avs won the cup. Um,
Love that.
but the problem is nothing gets the adrenaline pumping for me anymore. It's like my dopamine receptors were overflowed by the Avs winning the Stanley Cup, and now I can't feel anything.
Yep, yep.
So,
I Yeah, I'll avoid the effed up analogy for this episode. But I'm with you, Ryan. I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
so I'm just like, okay, well, how do I bet on the Avs? Um, so I got a little something for us. I got a little something for
All
us.
right.
It's a loose connection, but a connection nonetheless. All right, let's bring up my
Nonetheless.
big three. Remember our old buddy Mark Hubbard. He was the golfer who at the RBC Canadian Open just seconds after the Avs eliminated the Edmonton Oilers and made it official that Canada would once again no longer not win the Stanley Cup for like the 50th year in a row. Um,
Hmm.
our boy Mark Hubbard wore an Avs shirt on the course that day, and officially won our hearts over. Well, he's playing in the Barbasol Championship or Open or Classic
Oh yeah,
this week.
Barbasol. Yeah.
Yes, he's
Hmm.
playing in that this week. Notably, the tournament that uses shaving cream cans as tee markers. We love that. Um,
Whoa.
Yep, yep. Hats off to them.
Whew.
And he is the favorite, Trey. So that tells you a little something something about the field.
Oh
Um,
my gosh.
but he is the favorite to win the tournament. I've never seen a favorite with such high odds. He's still at plus 1600 um, as the favorite.
I
But
love that.
with that in mind, he's also plus 120 to top 20 as the favorite in the tournament. I feel like that's really, really good odds there.
Yeah.
Um, and it's a way to cheer for an Avs fan and a Colorado guy
Right.
this weekend.
Love that. And it's moved to plus 130. So a little extra value there. There is not a single guy on here whose name I recognize.
Except for Mark Hubbard,
Except
the
for
GOAT.
Mark Hubbard, America's heartthrob and Colorado legend at this point.
You don't know Chesson Hadley?
No, not familiar with. Chesson, but I fear that I may have screwed up my child's name with Chesson not being in the mix,
Ooh,
so
that is a good one. That is a good
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Trying to see if there's other ones I know here. Like sometimes there's some old guys at the bottom that you recognize.
Mm.
Um, you probably know Kevin Streelman. That's a pretty standard golf name. Been around for a long time.
Sam Ryder, Hank Liboda, those
How
sound
about
like fun names that have been in the mix before.
how about Hurley Long?
Hurley
Hurley
Long's
Long.
another great name.
That
I
is a
mean,
hell of a name.
he should have been a comedian in the 20s, Hurley
No,
Long,
he
right?
should have been in shot put.
Mm. Yep, also. Also.
Or discus. You like
Yeah.
do you hurl the discus?
Right, right.
And maybe what's the one with the pole? Where you throw the pole.
I was gonna say pole vault, but they're using the pole to
Yeah, to
vault
vault
themselves
themselves.
there.
What's the one where you vault the pole?
Right, right.
That one's
Pole throw?
that one's pretty electric. I like that one.
Yeah, it is. Because we, us normies, we watch that and we just a teensy weensy bit hope that the guys marking it are gonna get
Yes.
speared.
Yes,
So
dude. I did
that's
not think that's where you were going, but it's exactly what I was thinking.
yep, yep. That's
You know,
why
the camera pans and you're like, what if he's standing under it? What if he's standing under
yes, yes. Yep.
Oh man.
Yep.
I always just think about how much that must hurt their arms to throw that thing so hard.
Yeah, they're cranking, man. They're
And speaking
cranking.
of throwing things hard, I've dipped into NFL player futures,
I saw
which
these.
I didn't know were up yet, but I'm
Oh
excited
yeah.
because that's a couple podcasts for me this offseason.
Yep.
Let's go back to my big three. It is Russell Wilson over 31 and a half touchdowns.
Mm,
I absolutely love this. If there's one thing I'm confident in about Nathaniel Hackett, it's that he's going to let Russ cook. Um, you
nice.
know, he shows up in Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers wins back-to-back MVPs. This is you call him a player's coach. He is a quarterback-friendly coach.
Mm,
He is there to make the quarterback happy and make sure they're having a good time. And I mean, it's the reason why nobody gets along with Aaron Rodgers except Nathaniel Hackett because Nathaniel Hackett knows how to make quarterbacks happy, and he's going
right.
to make sure that Russell Wilson is happy and going to throw a lot of touchdowns. This would be like an average season for Russ. 32 touchdowns wouldn't even be a great season for him. Just like a
Right.
standard run of the mill on the low end season for him.
Mhm.
Um, so that's just easy to me. I think he probably goes over 35. I would take it at over 35 and a half.
Wow, so did you look up previous seasons to kinda gauge
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Zach and I have talked about Russell Wilson seasons a lot, and it is crazy. Like his stats last year were some of the worst of his career just because of he missed games. And
Mhm.
I'm like, I would take this season 100 times out of 100. It was like 26, 25 touchdowns, 6 interceptions.
Yep.
But if you look at some of his other seasons, 2020, 40 touchdowns, 2019, 31, 2018,
Yeah.
35, 2017, 34, 2016, that's a weird one. He only had 21, 2015, 34. So, like,
Yep.
you look at his average since 2015, and it's right around this number. But
Mhm.
then you got to factor in the fact that he was hurt last year. He was
Yeah.
gonna eclipse this number last year.
Yep.
Um, and then you take into the fact that the Seahawks had no idea what they were doing with an elite quarterback. They
Mhm.
didn't know how to call plays.
And the other factor in this is, Ryan, every season except for the last one that you mentioned, the 25-6 touchdown to interception ratio, all those other years, 16 games. This season,
17.
17. And I still don't think the book has quite adjusted their numbers. And that definitely is something we want to keep track of as we explore these NFL future totals for the player props.
And I'll touch wood here, but the number one reason I don't like player futures, I learned my lesson on this with Jerry Judy, is they just get hurt. But Russ,
Yeah.
other than last year, has been very healthy his whole career. I'll touch it again.
That kind of compact thickness, it's hard to bring down. It just is.
We love the fire hydrant.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be giving out like one a day. That's gonna be my that's my player future
Oh
of the day.
my god. What a great like summer hashtag summer goals. That's
I know.
amazing. I love that. You didn't touch on the Nerfy,
Oh yeah,
and I hate to say it, that's a non-censor
non-censor.
of the day. Yes, it's a hot Yerf
Um,
summer for me. So
I mean, I know you've been all about the Yerfs, but the Rockies don't hit uh in LA,
mm,
and Herman kind of has it back a little bit. Um,
okay,
so
okay.
I think he can get through one.
Okay. Um, well, that transitions perfectly to my big three. Oh, did they switched up pitchers on me? May's picks. It was a man with the last name White, and now
It's
it's
no
a
longer
gentleman
him.
with nope. It's not. It's Orion Pepio. I don't know how to pronounce this last name.
Hmm. I
Pepiot.
I think that was a great effort from you, Pepio.
Pepio, I just sometimes I make last names French when they don't need to be made French, so I'm just aware of that. So
That kind of
I
reminds me
didn't.
of how our buddy D-Line,
Mhm.
if you know, he's been in Europe for a little bit,
Oh, of course.
and he tweeted a picture of this place called Movin' Pick, and he said he used this exact phrasing, the the favorite shop of Jamichael Green. And I was like, wait, you went to Europe and now you just talk like you're European? Like, why would this not be? Why would the caption not be Jamichael Green's favorite store?
Yeah, yeah, that's great stuff, Ryan. That's great stuff.
He's gone full Europe on us, dude.
He has. I love that. We are actually having some great European thick boy combos, D Line and I, the last couple days.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad he's.
No,
I just keep
he's been
sending
some.
him shirt ideas, and I'm not getting any responses.
That's an amazing shtick. D Line's surprised by the lack of wagons out in Europe,
Oh
so
my god.
it's really great. Great combos. So yeah, give me the hot year of summer because Ryan says Herman has it back. Unconvinced over here. And Mr. Pepio, I think he's in big trouble. He's gonna get lit up in that first inning. It's a yes run first inning. And look at those odds I'm getting for these, with all due respect for Herman, trash pitchers on the mound today. I think at minus 105. That Yerfie is great odds.
He's like a
Um,
top 5 pitcher in Rockies history.
absolutely, absolutely, and I would qualify every single one. But Ubaldo Jimenez, my absolute favorite pitcher in baseball history, as trash. Um, so shouts to the
Jeff
Rockies
Francis
organization.
and Aaron Cook weren't doing it for you?
Mm, look, Francis in '07, I will remember forever. Like him, fan, and Ryan Howard, just like a fan, like just swinging and missing left and right was amazing. I will forever be grateful to Jeff Francis for this. Aaron Cook, some of these guys. The problem is I saw them a lot at Coors Field, and
Mhm.
get
Yeah,
yourself
that is
excited of we get to see Aaron Cook today. By the second inning, the excitement has really died off.
Ubaldo's like the only one who ever delivered where you're like, I'm getting tickets because Ubaldo's on the mound.
Exactly. That's why he is my guy forever and ever. But I'm so used to these Coors Field totals that I saw an over 9. Sign me up. Herman, Mr. Pepio, they're not going to be able to keep these run totals low. The Rockies have been clearing 8.5, 9 runs easily the last 10 games. I think aside from a 4-0 win against the Dodgers recently, they've basically cleared that total every single game. Actually, yesterday's game was 5-3, so barely under, but you get it. So yeah, easy breezy. And then we have Maxi Scherzer on the mound for the New York Mets. The Mets having an outstanding season. It's that one good season they'll have every 20 years. Everyone really excited about this in Queens.
Give me the Subway Series.
Subway Series forever. They are playing the Cincinnati Rojos, which might be that name, Ryan. We've always thought it was a a sock color, right?
Mhm.
Maybe that's inspired by the Queen City's local dish and what your toilet looks like after you're done. Regardless, give me the old run line with the Mets -1.5 at -130 with Maxi Scherzer against the lowly Reds.
Uh, that came off so much like a joke you wrote. Um, but I know you didn't, and
No, no,
that
no.
makes me so happy.
Hmm.
Because
Hmm.
that just came into your head, but your delivery makes it sound like something you have been thinking about for weeks.
No, it came right off the knock there. Yeah. No, I think we amuse each other a lot on these slow bets days, and how we're able to kind of keep the show going and get some
Uh,
creative waves in here. It's good stuff, Ryan. It's good
yeah,
stuff.
it's absolutely true. I wonder if anyone else is amused by us as much as we are by each other.
I know. I know. I wonder if the comment
Definitely
section's
not.
got anything.
Oh,
Mm.
wow. Was that a sound drop? It just sounded like it was on a board. um, some breaking
Outstanding.
news here, Dre. Kiss of death for the Pac-12. CU Chancellor says we are committed to the Pac-12 conference and look forward to being an active participate in the
Oh,
media rights negotiations. That
oh God.
statement is gonna age. I don't know what milk in the sun. Like four
Yes.
hours. We got 4 hours before that statement is gonna be an absolute joke.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. Could we get ahead of this? Could DNVR YouTube place in a bid for these TV rights? Like, could we kind of get the ball rolling once they realize like DNVR YouTube's the best offer they're gonna get? Maybe they can move on quickly.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. We should also get like back in the Big 12 shirts on the press. I'll send that one to Eric.
He'd love that. He would
I
just love it.
legitimately have sent him 3 straight messages that were just shirt ideas to no response.
Oh man, that's brutal. Brutal right there.
The last one I even tried to like soften it a little bit. I was like, "Hey man, if your vacation at all involves you getting high and drawing, here's the thing you could draw."
Still
That one
left you
didn't
on red, huh? Yeah.
it didn't get through. It didn't get through. I
Oh,
did get a thumbs up on one of them, so that's good.
that's good. That's
Yeah.
solid.
That
Oh,
felt good. Reminder to check all these bets out over at DraftKings Sportsbook, where I don't think you can bet on what conference the Buffs will move to, but that would be kind of fun if you
that'd
could.
be
So
amazing. Yeah.
consider it DraftKings. Um, so much good stuff to get in on over there. I had a lot of fun betting on the UFC, even though I lost most of the bets.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
Thankfully, I felt really good about Pereira off no information other than he's beat Adesanya in kickboxing,
Right.
and I was like, I'm gonna bet heavy on him, so that worked.
And he was taking on a former neo-Nazi, which I knew stuck with you,
Oh,
Ryan.
bro,
I knew
that
that was
one
the sell.
shared that story with the whole fam.
Can't go wrong.
I couldn't.
Everyone
I
wants to
mean,
hear that.
imagine the excitement when that dude got one shot killed.
God, I feel like I was part of your 4th of July now. What a gift.
Yes,
That's
it
great.
was. It's truly fantastic. Um, so get in on all of this over at DraftKings Sportsbook and use the
DraftKings
code
Sports.
DNVR when you sign up to get a sign-up bonus up to $1,000. Of course, you
Wow.
must be 21 or older. Colorado only. Bonus comprised of a first deposit bonus and first bet match, each $500. Deposit bonus requires a 25x play through and restrictions to apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700.
For historians out there, show history. The disclaimer never was brought up. Ryan went a cappella without a visual aid.
Oh,
I was on pins and needles to see if we would have had an updated read, which Ryan's requested for weeks now. Don't even get to see
That does
that.
not show
No.
history. He's done that before.
I
Mm,
think it's
okay.
show hist for sure.
Yeah, mark it down.
Uh,
Mark it down. Show historians. That one counts.
Speaking of show history, Dre, do we have a dilemma of the day?
Holy cow, we're going to find out in a hot minute right here. Do we have a dilemma of the day, Allie? Look at that.
Oh, all right. Pre-cooked parlays and SGPs, or a TSC, that's tableside Caesar for those of you who are new.
Yep.
Rockies SGP.
Yeah, Ryan,
Well,
what are you feeling?
let's see what the old pre-cooked are. Let's go over to Papa Murphy's.
Yep.
Okay,
Pop
I'm
that in
not
the
betting on
oven.
the Astros at all ever.
We have a Trevor Story heavy Red Sox SGP. I'm sure Mike Trout would love that one. That's Mike Trout, famous listener of the show in the chat, not Mike Trout, less famous baseball player who has never made the playoffs in his career.
Is that true?
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Wow, baseball has so many problems, but that's definitely one of
Many.
them.
Yep. Yep.
Like Cale Makar, Mike Trout's hockey comparison, has already won all the trophies, and um, I was watching a TikTok yesterday of all these little kids. We're talking like 8-year-olds at
Mhm.
a hockey
Mhm.
tournament, and they went up and asked them all, "What's their favorite hockey player?" Boom, like half of them at least said Cale Makar.
Cale Makar. Cale Makar. King human. Right there with Jokic. They're like co-kings, of humanity.
Totally. Anyways, Trevor Story with 2 hits, a ribby, 3 total bases, and the Sox win. Now, it should be noted, Trevor, 2 hits, 5 bases, and 1 homer yesterday, and 1 ribby in each of his last 5 games against AL teams. That I just knew that. That wasn't written down anywhere.
That's off the noggin like the DraftKings read. Interesting. Interesting. I'm not about it. Cy Young favorite sounds intriguing. It's got Sandy Alcantara over 8 strikeouts. Marlins to win. That's beating Mike Trout's lowly Angels. The Angels themselves under 2.5 runs. And a Nerfy plus 380. I don't know.
That's Slammin' Sandy is the Cy Young favorite?
I guess in the NL, that tells you how lowly things have gotten in the NL
Jeez.
when the Dodgers are putting Mr. Pepio on the mound, and Sandy's the favorite. We're in trouble.
You know what I like betting on, Dre?
Lay it on me.
Meaningless exhibition basketball.
Hell yes.
The
Hell yeah.
last one
We're
here,
all about that.
Summer League Showcase. Lakers to win, Grizzlies to win, Thunder to win. That's Pippen Jr., Zaire Williams, and Chet Holmgren.
When I read that description, holy shit did it send me. Pippen Jr., the, the, the name on the marquee for the Lakers Summer League
Yes,
team. Oh,
yes.
that's amazing.
In the same sentence as Chet Holmgren, the
Incredible.
generational prospect.
Yeah. I yeah, I'd be down with that. I'm sure the Lakers are bait, but what can you do? You know?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's SPJ, so
Exactly. Scottie Pippen Jr.
yes.
Everyone knows that.
I'm getting in on that.
Okay.
Join at your own risk.
Sounds good.
All right. Anything else we needed to touch on today?
Should be noted, Lakers minus 175 favorites, Thunder minus 195. It's the Grizz taking on the Sixers at plus 100. That's the riskier part. I feel better about that.
Yeah, I mean, Zach Randolph, Vince Carter, all the boys. They'll be out there giving their best.
I don't think those guys are playing summer league or basketball. That's not 3-on-3 in a league where Ice Cube's commissioner. I'm not sure if that's still going on.
Mike Bibby, Stromile Swift.
I don't think that's correct, Ryan. I gotta tell you.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll just have to see. I assume all summer leagues are just old players
If only.
like
If only.
TBT.
Yeah, if only it was like the PGA Tour for retired people.
Yeah,
What's
the
that called?
Champions Tour.
When's the Live Tour doing that?
I don't know.
Maybe I shouldn't be making it. Ryan, when it's time to stop making Live jokes, I hope you will stand up and tell me that. I really
Yeah,
crossing my fingers.
I think you're probably good until like a golfer dies or something.
Okay. Until that day.
That's why they're getting all that hazard pay.
Right. Makes sense.
All right, I think that's gonna wrap it up for us here. Let's get out of here.
Best of luck with your bets, folks. Today's a good card. You don't
Yeah,
want to miss this one. Yep.
great card. Bet on Mark Hubbard because he wore an Avs shirt. That's the best we can do.
Exactly.
See ya.